Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here and thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. So if you hear from the short, you already have a backstory. If not, our word was hang. And that came through when I first saw the word. It came through as hang your hat up. When we think of this on a very simple sense, say we had a long day of work coming in, taking our hat off, hanging it up, taking a break, catching our breath. The other way could be leaving something after a long time. We invested a lot of time into this, and we are washing our hands of it. Maybe it feels accomplished, we feel accomplished for doing so, or maybe we found that it just wasn't fulfilling us, suiting us. It wasn't giving back the way we were giving into it. When I saw the supporting angel number card, I saw it a little differently, but it can still tie together, and that is many blessings. I'll read off this here. Expressing your gratitude, helping loved ones, teaching and healing, following your heart. When we look at this in general, we can look at maybe this experience, this process of that we are now hanging our hat of. We could look at that as suffering. We could look at this as a tough healing journey that we've gone through, and we can let go of it now. We don't have to carry it anymore. We don't have to identify with it anymore. If we really think of it, and uh, I don't know, something about wearing it on your sleeve. It sounds like heart, but you're wearing your wounds, uh, coming from a place that we allowed those to identify us. And at times when we're in those places, we need that. And say we might have some distractions or addictions during those periods to help us through. And we're hanging our hat up of it now. We've healed, we've seen it, we've moved forward, and now we can walk into this world in a different light, if we will. The other way hang came through was, if we think of hanging something, it's not supported at all from the bottom, and it's supported from the top somehow. This can be viewed as our spirit team, God, source, divine, universe, gods, goddesses, deities, whoever we're subscribed to, angels, and they are supporting you. And maybe you've noticed that there's really no support down below, aka here on Earth in the 3D. Uh, People, places, or things aren't really supporting you. Kind of when we go back to hanging the hat up, maybe we've noticed this and we've stopped seeking this because as we're giving, we're not receiving in a beneficial way to support us. And we could look at it in the physical aspect, but also emotionally on our path, on our healing experience. Uh, the only person that was in your court would have been, as we see it above, external of us, source, God, divine. We're hanging our hat up of that process possibly as well. In general, it definitely has to do with uh, a part of our life, a phase, a cycle, and we are closing that out. Whether something physically, we're seeing people for who they are, or we were on this healing experience, and we can let go now. We can embody the transformation instead of thinking we're still there. See what else comes here. Seven of Cups reversed. Discernment. Anytime we go through healing experiences, whether we deem it that or not, an experience that we learn from, and if we if we have learned from it, we're not repeating it. I call that a healing experience. We have experienced something that creates struggle or pain in some sort of way, and if we came out of it on the other end with knowledge to not repeat or to view certain things, I call that a healing experience. We have learned something. And maybe these were people. Maybe this was us with people, which naturally would have to be. We would have to be in a place to have thought a certain way and interacted with people to have created this disruption. Whether they said something that hurt our feelings, we were in a place that we were a victim to that. And we allowed that to infiltrate into us and place a scar on us. Same thing if we were duped or manipulated into poor behavior and Uh, we now can see what we need to see to not repeat these. We don't have to keep punishing ourselves or feeling like we are uh, susceptible to these attacks or infiltration or however it may be. We have learned so much through this experience and while we were supported from above. Got 3 cards here. We have, going from the bottom up, Queen of Pentacles reversed, neglect. I'm sure that, prior we were in a place of neglecting ourselves. Uh, it When we get into those phases, depending on what the wound may have been that we were dealing with, we can really forget about ourselves, go into a people-pleasing place to keep the peace, suppress us, whether just being us or our voice or our opinion, our feelings, to keep peace. And we got the Hermit reversed then, isolation. Whether we chose this in the beginning or we were forced into it, uh, we may look at it as a punishment at times. But how could we ever see? When we're in a place where everybody's in our ear, or we're interacting, or we're sharing ideas or opinions, and they correct them with what fits them, it may seem like it's in benefit to you, but it's more or less what they feel safe in or what benefits them. That's always going to be changing our opinion, our view, especially if it's knocking us down or taking away our strive, our excitement into something. That you can't do that. You're not good enough. When we're pulled away from any external influence, we can really only see things and make decisions for ourselves. And during this time of reflection, we had the Four of Pentacles reversed here, a spiritualist, uh, removing the idea of material in general, matter, from our decisions. And I say that a lot when we're talking about manifesting. And if we really think about it, they always say you have to feel the way that you would feel if you had whatever said object it is or experience. And if we just think about that feeling, and when we actually would feel that way, when you have it, yeah, it's exciting for the first little bit, but then it dwindles a bit because it's like, well, I already feel this way. Like there's not that drive, there's not that excitement, or what's the word? Strive, I guess, towards it. But this feeling is what matters. It's an emotion. It's our energy. If we're happy, and that's great. If we're having a really bad time, it's not. When we really look at manifesting and say, I want this. Okay, that's great. And that would probably make life easier if we had that. But how would we feel? And looking at how things actually make us feel, like instead of trying to manifest material to feel a certain way, let's manifest a feeling. And I think during this period we really reflected on, what do I want to feel? What is it that I'm seeking here versus uh, what I think this material is going to create. This idea, this structure that we are used to seeing other people experience and have that experience, that feeling that we're after. When we really reflect on that, uh, we don't have to pinpoint an idea or a direction that it has to look like for this feeling that we're projecting I'm going to feel like. A lot of times we might follow other people's opinions, jump on their bandwagon, and go down that path because they were in our ear type of deal, and we get there and it's not fulfilling at all. Excuse me. Being in this place, no one was in our ear, and we could really reflect on what it is. Maybe we need to go into this place, but when we go back to hanging your hat up of other people's opinions. We've got the Eight of Swords sideways. We can look at self-defeat and liberation. There's always a push and a pull when we are leaving our old, space, our old way, our old experience. It's all we ever knew. And it was proven in our mind that that was safe, or that's what we're used to, so we're accustomed to it, so we know what happens, type of deal. Moving out of this, there's a bit of a push and a pull here, because we're trying to move towards liberation. We don't know what that looks like. We might not even know what that feels like. Going back to the very beginning of this message of hanging your hat up of, hey, I don't have to hang on to this past anymore. I can go to liberation. I'm already there, type of deal. Or we're still in the middle here, which technically is kind of what I just said. We don't know when to let go. Are we there? And uh, it is a mind game at a time, depending on where we're at in the situation of making this transition. A Six of Wands, victorious. This is going back to that. I think we're there, but we don't know we're there. When do we take the past and hang that hat up? Let go of that. And I'm not saying that make it all okay, but you don't have to carry it anymore. It is our choice, and whenever we're ready, we'll let go of it. But maybe we still feel like we have to be in that what's that saying or type of deal, that we're always have our sword out, always ready to battle, because we always had to, maybe always had to protect. If I let my guard down, I'll be vulnerable. Someone will come in, type of deal. When can I finally feel safe to be liberated? Feels like it's there. It's going back to, trusting ourselves that we have seen what we had to see to gain the knowledge. Nine of Cups, fulfillment. It's all right here. It's when we accept it. Maybe we're waiting for something in the external to prove it. It's a choice if we really think about it. Even if we're going through shit, it's a choice how we feel about it. Is it fair? Is it great? No. But we get to choose. It's there if we choose. If you say, yeah, you know what? I think it is. Maybe we want to reflect a little bit. Kind of wanted to end it there, but we'll get one more card here. Seven of Pentacles. Patience. First it came through as patience for self. We went through a lot. I think going back to this push and pull. Understanding. I think yesterday we had a message about reflecting on, I don't remember if it was yesterday or there a message on reflecting on how far we have come. If we just went back to hanging our hat up, letting go of something that we've been carrying for a long time. And it is hard to know where we are. When can we put that sword down? When can we be free with ourselves in our experience? Go towards that emotion. Do we already kind of have a little bit of that emotion that we were seeking, or that we do seek? Is it okay to feel that? Am I deserving of this emotion? Who doesn't want me to have that? Probably the ones benefiting from it before. Are we afraid of letting those people back in, taking that away again, putting us back in this place? We already know, and we have to be able to trust ourselves that, hey, I have learned everything I have. I don't need to go through this anymore. I don't need to experience this anymore. I am free, and I am deserving of these two things. I'm going to leave it here. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.